It's Katie.
How are you? I want to thank you all for being a friend. And as the old saying goes, a friend is a person who knows everything about you, but still loves you anyway. And you probably know way more about me than you ever wanted to, so I'm sorry about that. But it's so great to have everyone here today because we're talking about gal pals, our BFFs, and the power of female friendship. And we're starting with a pair of famous friends. We all know Lucy and Ethel, Laverne and Shirley, Thelma and Louise, but it's the off-screen, real-life friendships that prove Hollywood really has a heart.
Best friends, besties, BFFs. Every girl needs one, even Hollywood's rich and famous. So here's to the pairings that make the red carpet sizzle. She may be one of the most powerful women in the world, but even Oprah gets by with a little help from her best friend, Gayle King. From longtime friends Nicole Kidman and Naomi Watts to recent gal pals Katy Perry and Rihanna, even the hottest stars need a shoulder to lean on. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler have kept each other grounded for nearly a decade, even co-hosting this year's Golden Globes.
Meryl Streep is not here tonight. She has the flu, and I hear she's amazing in it.
Charlie's Angels, Drew Barrymore and Cameron Diaz vacation together, and even double date. Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox were paid to be pals on Friends.
Oh, I love you!
Almost 20 years later, their quality time is now off the clock. And Chelsea Handler, who's built a reputation on being everyone in Hollywood's favorite gal pal, is in a unique position. Everyone thinks she's their BFF.
And please welcome good friends and funny ladies, Chelsea Handler and Kathy Najimy.
Great day to be here.
I know.
Hi, everybody.
A nice, fun, colorful crowd, right?
Yes.
Are there any friends out here? Are you with your friend?
Yeah, a lot of people are with their friends.
That's awesome. we were backstage for 10 seconds. We got in 2 fights in 10
really?
seconds.
We have been fighting since we got here.
We
It's
got
a long
here, yeah.
story. And
Really?
I'm sure you don't have time for it.
Well, can you give us the abridged version?
Why don't you start?
Well,
she doesn't want to go to lunch with me after we leave here.
I have a meeting for a job, and she says to me, how much will they pay you? I'll give you the money.
Well, that's a good friend, isn't it?
I think so.
So how did you guys first connect and first meet? Because you've known each other for a while now, right?
Yeah, well, not too long. I was on her show, and I wasn't friends with her, and then
She thought I
liked
was
her.
mean and a bad girl.
Well, I was a little nervous. I didn't know she was like a... Oh, I thought she was going to be a mean girl, but she... You know what it was? It was the day that the vote came out for gay marriage. And so I went on her show, and I asked her to marry me. She turned me down. So.
But then, by the way, she's the only person that's ever proposed to me.
Well, I thought I would just, honor the right that they had for those 10 minutes. But, and then we met through our friend Jennifer Aniston at her house.
So you're just all hanging out at Jennifer Aniston's
Well, we all
house?
hang out naked. Everyone's naked.
Yeah. Orlando Bloom is crazy in the pool. Crazy.
Huge. And,
we fought over him, and then we just decided to have a 3-way. Just to,
yeah.
This is not late night, girls, okay? This is a...
Well, you better gear up because that's how we're bringing it, okay? Whether it's daytime or nighttime.
You're pretty outspoken. You say what you think on your show, and then you probably run into a lot of these people, right?
Well, the problem is I don't even remember half the things I say on my show. And I make fun of myself more than I make fun of everybody. And if you're taking me that seriously, then you need to get a grip anyway. If it's mean and it's about physical stuff, then you're absolutely right to be mad at me, and I shouldn't say things about that. But if you're acting like an idiot and you're getting a DUI and you're walking around like a lunatic, then you deserve to be made fun of.
She's talking about me, by the way.
But clearly, I mean, as I said, you have so many great girlfriends. You've been a great friend to me since I've gotten to know you. Kathy, you too. And friendships are obviously very important to you. I mean, what do you get from these relationships you have with these women?
Well, I like girls because, I mean, you really can't, you can only talk to, like, the real intimate things in life. You can't really talk And no matter how close you are to a guy, unless they're a gay guy, and that's not the same as a straight guy, because gay guys are like women in many ways, so they don't have, I mean, a woman is like the most intimate you can be with somebody. You know, you can say, like, do you see this cellulite? Like, can you see it from this angle or this angle better? And you don't feel comfortable even saying that to your boyfriend or whomever, you know? I mean, you can talk about, like, your feelings. Everybody's similar. Women are wired differently. You know, women have similar feelings, similar insecurities. So I feel like, you know, you're just much closer to women naturally than you are to men. Not to say you can't have close friendships with men, but it's a little different.
In a different way. Like, I feel like I'm close to my husband, I talk about things, but the minute I sit down with Jen or Chelsea or Rob, my friends, I immediately start saying what's on my mind.
What about the role of jealousy? Because I would think that especially in high-profile businesses in Hollywood, where there's a lot of competition, that jealousy could sometimes rear its ugly little head. Do you find that to be the case or not really?
I don't think anybody's really jealous of me.
No.
I mean, I'm not a movie star. I'm not like, you know, some supermodel. I don't really think there's anything to be jealous of. I mean, whatever I have, I'm happy to give away to anybody else.
I've always felt like somebody else's opportunity opens the door for me. I've been jealous of other things. Not really. I'm not really a jealous person. I do have a lot of faults, but that's not one of them.
She has a stinky eye, though, that she can give you.
Really? Let's see.
Sometimes when I first met her, when she was talking about how she didn't necessarily like or trust me or know me when she first met me at Jen's house, I remember her talking to me and she's like, and I was like, what is this woman looking at me like this for? What does she think? But then I knew, I'm like, oh, that's a woman who doesn't know that I'm a good girl, like I'm a nice person. So then I had to, you know, really kiss the mouse, and then finally everything's fine. Yeah. And by the way, Jen introduced us to each other. You didn't introduce me to Jen.
No.
She introduced us, and she couldn't be happier that we're spending time together away from her.
Really?
That's right.
And you should feel totally confident that your friends are friends with each other. That's a great testament to what a great person you are, that you've introduced tons of people to each other and they're out. Nothing makes me more happy than when people are at my house having a party without me. I love that. Like, my friends will all get together and be like, let's go to Chelsea's house, she's out of town. And I'm like, yeah, go, that's great. And they send me photos, and they're in my bed, and different things, and they're in my pool. I love that my friends are friends with each other.
I love connecting people. I love it. The first time that Chelsea brought me to dinner with you, I was so nervous because I thought, oh, I have to, like, bone up on my heads of state and international affairs. She's going to be so smart and bring up something I don't know about. And, like, you couldn't have been more, like, immediately just started talking about men and dating and sex. And I was in.
That was
I was
a
like,
really
I'm
funny
in.
night. Without getting into any details, we went out to dinner with another friend of ours, and Katie sat down and started talking about sex in a big way, and everyone's face was like this. Katie's coming, Katie Couric, oh gosh. I go, don't worry, it's not what you think at all.
Thank you. All right.
Isn't it great when you can be with a friend, with a woman friend, and talk about everything from, like, we've talked about politics and spirit and boyfriends and husbands, like, that to me, that hour
And teenagers.
is better, and teenagers, it's better than therapy. Like,
No, I agree.
It's my favorite thing in my life.
I have
love
to
it
be
so much.
honest, I could not survive everything I've been through, both joyful and heartbreaking, without my girlfriends. I feel so lucky. Honestly, every day I thank God for all my female friends. And
Me too.
I'm happy that they include you guys.
And sisters.
Sisters!
Is that a Tourette's thing?
No, my sisters. My sisters are my girlfriends. I was saying hello to Simone and Shauna. They're my sisters.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And they're female, technically.
Yeah. Anyway, well, you guys are so nice to come in and talk about your friendship and just spend some time with us. Thank you. Thank you both. And really, if you want me to come, I'll come to lunch.
Let's come.
I'll invite myself.
Okay, don't throw yourself at us,
Okay, fine, all right. Anyway, coming up, you're going to meet one of my best friends. Oh, that's right after this.